Give us a picture on where we are in the housing market.
We're in a place where prices are rising and they're going faster and faster, and wages are not keeping up. So what we saw in the April housing report that Redfin did put out last week is that median sales prices hit $300,000 for the first time ever. And I think that's a huge psychological threshold. I mean, it used to be that $300,000 was not considered even a starter home. It was an expensive home. And now that is an entry-level home in a lot of markets around the country.
And also luxury homes. That's what surprised me a bit, because I thought it would go the other way because of the so-called SALT, the state and local tax deduction issue. But it seems that's not happening.
This quarter was the first quarter that we've seen that tax cap in place. And you know what? Inventory is a bigger barrier and a bigger concern for home buyers today than taxes are. And inventory is superseding the tax cap. And so people are trying to buy. They're trying to buy more with less, and that's leading to higher prices, even in the luxury market.
And I'm wondering how that all dovetails with the rise in how to live in the U.S. We've come inside the Bloomberg here. That first panel is a 30-year mortgage rate, 4.48%. I can't believe it. Mine's 3.25%. It's like, how do I move when I have to pay a whole 100 basis points more? And the bottom panel, the blue line, is housing, fuel, and utilities costs. Yes, negative, but been rising, and gasoline prices also up. If I'm a person wanting to buy a house, how do I factor all that in right now?
I think Ken could do a whole other book on how to live in the U.S. I think that's a great question. Look, people are making calculating decisions in all different facets of their lives right now. Education is one. We know that in highly ranked schools, you know, house prices are higher.
Absolutely.
So people look for a school first and a house second.
Exactly.
Then you have to calculate taxes. Are you going to live in New Jersey? Because expect to pay a higher tax rate and have higher taxes coming out of your income. Are you going to move south or west? Then expect maybe not to get the school quality or the walkability or the density. Are you going to move to California where the great jobs are? You may not be able to buy a house, and gas prices are high. So all of these economic factors are coming into play with what used to be a really simple decision. I have kids. I want to buy a house now. It's now, you know, an economic decision and a lifestyle choice, not just an investment in a house.